Hi Dreamer, welcome to Excalibur Las Vegas. You're joining me today at Excalibur in Las Vegas, way down South Strip. Not quite as far as you can go, but pretty close. I haven't stayed here before, and honestly, it's usually one of the first hotels that people ask about whenever they're coming to Las Vegas. It's so iconic. It looks like a castle, and it is beautiful from the outside. From the outside, you can't quite tell how dated this place is. Built in 1990, so it's as old as I am. It really hasn't had a lot of love since then, but whenever Circus Company built it, they really spared no expense. It cost $290 million back in the day. They really hired a lot of amazing people to design it, and it was really something back then. It actually was the world's largest hotel at 3,900 rooms for about 3 years until MGM Grand took it from its top spot. A lot of people come here and stay whenever they come to Vegas thinking that they're going to get the royal treatment, and they're gonna be sadly mistaken. They call this place a 3-star hotel. I've walked in and been in here for maybe 10 minutes now, and I can tell you that it's running Motel 6 quality at best. What I can say though is this place is actually pretty clean. Like very clean. And it's not in as bad a condition considering that I paid $70 a night. That includes resort fee. The room itself was only like $12, $13. I mean, holy cow. So when you put all of that in perspective, this is not the worst place that I have stayed in Vegas. You have to go watch that video after this. I am here for one night. I'm going to show you the very limited selection of things that are here in this property. Yesterday, I went and had the buffet because I knew that I was going to be checking in a little bit late to have the buffet here. This place is one of the last few buffets on the strip, and it's kind of expensive for what it was. $32 for like 2 people with tip. It was like $80+. So pretty expensive, really, and you had to get your own like drinks. They wouldn't even come and bring you drinks. So really you were just tipping for the bus service. Kind of sad. The food in general was terrible, like really bad, but there's not a whole lot of food options here if you don't want quick service. There's a couple chains, of which I think Buca de Beppo is absolutely the way to go. That place is actually really good. I really like going there. I tend to eat there whenever I'm at like conference days and stuff. It's great for large groups. Then of course they have like Dick's Last Resort, which is really not my personal cup of tea, but if like you like to be harassed while you dine, then the food is okay. Tonight I'm going to the Tap Sports Bar. It looks okay. We'll see how the food is. We're gonna kind of make the best of it. Once again, the buffet is only open for lunch and breakfast, so you don't have a whole lot of options for dinner, so that's kind of what we're left with since we want to avoid quick service. There is a pool here. I'm gonna stop by. It's pretty hot outside to lounge by a pool, but I'll stop by and see what the vibe is. I will walk you through this room a little bit more, but I'm gonna drink my coffee that I got at the Royal Bean downstairs. No Starbucks on this property, surprisingly, but I actually think it might be Starbucks. It really tastes pretty similar, and it's actually not too bad. It was in the Starbucks price range, actually maybe a little bit cheaper at around $6.75 for what is the size of about a medium. So not terrible. All in all, I'm fairly happy so far. I mean, this is by no means like 5-star service, and I'm not saying that you should come here for a luxury experience, but so far, honestly, I expected worse. Not too bad. I'll catch up with you just a little bit later. Okay, so it is a little bit later, and I obviously am dressed for the pool, and I thought I would show you a little bit around this room before we headed off to the pool, because I'm not going to be taking you guys because you would melt. So let me turn you around here and give you a little bit of a room tour. If you can hear the buzzing in the background, it is the ridiculously loud bathroom fan. But we are walking back into the room from the main door. You have a closet right here. It's actually an okay size, but there's no light in it. It's really dark in there. But you have your hangers and your little rack and a seemingly clean ironing board, which is actually surprisingly rare. And I do really love the big mirror that you guys were just in. This is a queen room in the Royal Tower, I believe. There's a Royal Tower and a Resort Tower. Decent sized room here, but it is like on the smaller side for like Vegas rooms, 300, 350 square feet. So moderately small. You have your TV over here. It is a good size, but down here you don't have access to the main bar. At least I don't in this room. Kind of an odd thing. There's also nothing on this. Like there's a magazine, but there's no coffee maker. There's absolutely nothing. There's some plastic cups over there on the desk. Other than that, I mean, you're sharing one lamp here. You do have reading lights on either side of the bed, but one of them is broken. Also, the trim around the edge of the room is like peeling up and it's just kind of like weird, gross, like old, almost shag carpet, not quite shag carpet. Something positive though, guys, this couch is actually really clean. I looked around and there's really no stains or anything on it. It looks fine. It does seem like the kind of material that's almost like terry cloth where you could clean it really easily by like shampooing it. So not too bad there. This table between it, however, has like seen better days. So not really kind of a surprise there. I have a big window here, lots of natural light. The room needs it, otherwise it would be dark. And down here, the vein of my existence, what you would find in a 2-star hotel room, this AC heat unit. That's obviously not everyone's like cup of tea because, I mean, they're loud. They don't control temperature really well. It's not an ideal situation. I do think it is really nice that you have this big desk to work at. As somebody that works on the road a lot, it's really nice to find a desk set up in a hotel room. And here in Vegas, a lot of them don't have them. They're kind of phasing them out. So really nice big desk setup here. Was actually like completely fine during my meeting. It was nice being by the window for that natural light. Definitely some like nicks and stuff on furniture, but overall like pretty good. I would say this bed is ever so soft. Like it is very, very soft, but actually pretty plush, really, and like decent linens here. And honestly, I've had worse pillows. These are actually like decent, soft pillows. So not bad there either. Now, let me take you into the bathroom. There's definitely some things to note here. Besides the fact that the exhaust fan's really bad and there's only these like pretty yellow lights, I would say the towels are like questionable. Some of them seem like new, like this one is like super soft, fluffy, new, and then this one's like old and crusty. So varying quality issues there, but big countertop here to spread out. Like you could put all of your bath products and more here. Other than that, the tile's cracked. It feels like it needs a reno. Like it feels really, really dated in here. But for as dated as it feels, this tub, I mean technically a shower, is so clean. There's a tiny, tiny bit of mold at the bottom, but I'm talking minuscule. This is a very, very clean tub, and this, like all of the hardware almost looks like new or it's been like replaced because the chrome doesn't have any corrosion on it at all. Other than that, only includes shampoo and body wash in the shower. So definitely cutting some corners there. You also have this motel-like blow dryer in the bathroom. But overall, guys, for $60 all in, actually a little bit less, like $57, this isn't bad. And like I said, it's not the worst room that I've been in. It's actually decently taken care of considering the lack of renovation and the price point and the age. So overall, pretty happy. I'm not expecting too much from the pool. We'll see what I find out there and then report back whenever I think I head to dinner with like Brad. But I will be taking you along for that full experience, all mic'd up and everything. So I will see you then. We just got seated here at the Tap. I keep wanting to call it Black Tap, but that's technically a restaurant in the Venetian. That's like a burger bar. So if you get a chance to eat there, they have actually really, really good food. But this is just the Tap sports bar. I got a local beer. I've been meaning to try this little ASMR. Got a little bit of that. But this is a lager that's brewed Big Dog's Brewing Company here in Vegas. So I'm always looking for something that's like a little bit like local. They don't have a lot of drafts for this being like a sports bar, so I wasn't particularly crazy about like that. But at least they have like something local. Service so far has been abrupt.
Yeah.
Borderline rude is what I would consider it. But I thought that I would try this. Very limited menu here, but they do have like some stuff. They have a little bit of everything. Yeah. I mean, it's, you know, it's safe.
It's your basic burger, chicken.
Yeah, the food coming out of the kitchen though looks good.
I'm excited to try this beer.
Oh, it's interesting for a lager.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty hoppy.
I like it.
It's almost like fruit. It almost has a fruit undertone to it, right? I like it. It's pretty good. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, they had like several. I almost got the sour. They had like a pineapple sour that also sounds like pretty good.
Yeah, I usually like the fruity ones.
Yeah. Atmosphere in here is okay. It's not overpoweringly loud. There's plenty of TVs. We got like really lucky. We got this like really cute like corner booth. So that's really, really fun. It's one of the few places that you can have dinner here. So considering that it's not overly busy, we'll see how long it takes to get our food. Okay, food arrived really fast. I mean, I just shut off the camera and we drank this much beer.
I mean, yeah, it's really quick.
Yeah, I mean, I was concerned because we were chugging on that beer. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have to get another one. But honestly, yeah, came out really, really fast. And it looks really good. Your burger looks pretty good. Definitely kind of a pre-made like patty, but it has like, it looks good. It has like a double patty on it and grilled onions in between there.
And a special sauce.
Yeah, I nibbled on a fry and it was fine. McDonald's quality, but like, no complaints really. I've had a much worse like fry. Yeah, no real complaints. I mean, I do feel like this is like a very, you know, pretty chicken tender. I got the Korean barbecue on it. Smells pretty spicy.
Do I get a bit too?
If you want to. I actually really like it. It's really good. Really like moist chicken. I will say that it definitely has some heat to it.
Yep.
It doesn't really taste like Korean barbecue. It has some lingering heat to it.
It does.
Yeah. So, you know, be forewarned and stuff.
Oh, that's more heat than I can take.
I like it. I think it was pretty good. So yeah, not too bad so far.
Let's try this burger.
I also got a very large thing of ranch, which I'm very like happy for because I always hate having to like wait and then ask for like more ranch. So
the burger's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it looks pretty like juicy and stuff. Yeah, not too bad. I like a double patty. Yeah. So in general, pretty happy. And our waiter just like checked on us after we got our food, which is always like a nice touch. So I think I'd recommend. Pretty good. $18, $21. Pretty good for like Vegas pricing. Portions are pretty decent, so not bad. I just came on here to give you some final thoughts before kind of wrapping up this Excalibur video. I forgot to mention yesterday that whenever I checked in, I do feel like the staff were not as nice as what they could have been and what I have experienced from other MGM properties. I'd also like to note that I checked in on the app and paid for an early check-in, and I didn't really get it. So I paid for it. I told them I'd be here at 11. They guarantee it. You pay an extra $20, which by the way is not bad for an early check-in. Some properties on Strip are charging $40, $50 for an early check-in. So $20 is very reasonable, but I actually had to wait in line that took about 30 minutes to check in to get a room. After waiting for 2.5 hours in the app after checking in to be assigned a room, and I was like, well, this isn't going to happen. And I had a business meeting that I needed to get on my computer for. So I stood in line for 30 minutes to be assigned a room. So something's going on in the Excalibur system that it's not prioritizing assigning you a room. So definitely a kind of a problem there, the fact that I had to even wait in line to begin with. So not particularly great there, but in perspective of this hotel compared to some other ones on the Strip and how reasonably priced it is, I really think that you're doing okay. I haven't stayed at Luxor yet next door, and it was only $2 more a night. Back in the day when I did stay in Luxor, which was probably 10 years ago, I remember it being okay, but obviously that was a long time ago, so I'm definitely needing to check it out soon and kind of compare the value there. Luxor is a star level above Excalibur in the resort rating, so according to that, it might have more things to offer. It definitely has more entertainment options. I mean, entertainment here, last night I guess we could have done Tournament of Kings, but I've already done that. So that's not really something that I was looking to do again. Tickets are around $60, includes dinner. Not a bad value, especially if you don't mind the chicken that they serve you at dinner. And the show is actually very, very entertaining. So if you haven't been to Tournament of Kings, I think kids would particularly like it. And it's fun. It's an entertaining experience for sure. Other than that, entertainment-wise, you do have a 3 p.m. show of a comedian that's very, very well rated. I wanted to get to that, but I just didn't have time this stay, but hopefully I'll be able to check him out in the future. But he's very, very well rated. So if you like comedy and magic, then maybe you should check that out while you're here. But we just hit up the arcade for a little bit of after dinner entertainment last night and walked around the casino floor. Big casino floor here. Games are very nicely spread out. I actually don't mind gaming here, considering that it is off the Strip just a little bit. You usually get some decently priced table games and slots, and they have a wide selection of options. Overall, to wrap up, who should stay here? If you want a reasonably priced room and you're not looking for the extra fancy stuff, then I think I recommend it. I can't even believe that I'm saying that. It is moderately clean, and you have the general basic amenities that are completely fine. The pool yesterday was bare minimum, but it was a huge pool deck. I really wish that they had nicer chairs, but I guess this price point, how can you really complain? You can pay for a nicer chair, and the cabanas look actually very, very nice and decently updated. So you might consider splurging for a cabana at this pool, because there is really no shade unless you pay for it. So consider that. In this Vegas heat, it definitely was keeping a lot of people away from the pool. There was a ton of empty chairs whenever I was there checking it out. I hope you found this hotel review helpful. I'll be back shortly with another travel video. Thanks for joining me on this one. Until next time, bye!